morning, Phyo. Welcome to another episode of Annie's Raw Food Kitchen. Thanks for joining me today. We are going to be making delicious donut holes, vegan and raw. If you can believe it, they're going to be so delicious. So before we start, we're going to be sweetening our donut holes with dates. Dates are wonderful for iron, potassium, fiber, calcium. It's a wonderful fruit, and they come in different varieties. Here today we have a honey date, and you can see it's much softer. And it tastes like honey, that's why it's called that. This is a halawi date, which is a little bit drier and stiffer. And this is a deglet noir date. And so if you go to your farmer's market, luckily in California here, there's many different varieties of dates. We live right near the desert where they grow. And each variety has a different texture and a different flavor. So you might want to experiment and find your favorites. Today I'm going to be using the deglet noir in our recipe. Here's 1 cup of almonds. Again, they've been soaked and then air dried. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. 1/2 of a vanilla bean that has been scraped out, the seeds. And then we're going to be hand mixing in 1 cup of chopped dried pineapple, sulfur-free. 1 cup of pitted dates. 3 tablespoons of coconut. And then here's 2 tablespoons of coconut that we're going to use to roll the donut holes in as a last step. So what we're going to do is put our dried almonds into the food processor, and we're just going to coarsely chop because we want the chunks in so that there's crunch in our donut holes. So I'm placing the almonds and our salt and giving it a light chop. So that looks pretty good. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place our pitted dates into this bowl. Again, you want to use a semi-soft date so it's easy to mix. Our chopped pineapple, our coconut, and our vanilla bean seeds. And then we're going to, well, actually first, I'm going to start by mixing this all together. And you'll see it's going to be quite sticky. And so the way that raw desserts work is that I like to use the dates as the base, but you can see how sticky it is. And so then what I do is I add the chopped dried nuts and seeds. In this case, we're using almonds. And that is what's going to make it less sticky so that we can then roll these into little balls to be our donut holes. So as a little trick, if your hands are getting too sticky and covered with dates, you can always wash your hands and leave a little bit of moisture on them, and that keeps the stuff from sticking as much. Look how beautiful that is. So if you have kids, you could definitely give them the task of rolling these up. Super fun. They just love it. So there we are. So we're just going to continue that for all of them. So here we are, they're done, and they're absolutely gorgeous. Don't they smell great? Try one.
Yummy.
Yum.